is Jackie. Welcome to my channel and to my home. I am coming with you this week with my my grocery hauls. I've got 2 of them for keto. I've also got my meal plan for the week and also a little bit of meal prep, not too much this week. I'm not feeling the best. My partner's got a cold, quite a bad one, and I think my body's just trying to fight it off. So I'm not feeling super duper. And that's one of the reasons why I'm keeping what I'm doing this week really simple, and that may appeal to you if you are starting out or you just can't be bothered, which is what I'm feeling this week. You know, one of the weeks where you want it to be done for you. That is me. So, also, side note before I start, I wore this about 9-10 months ago and it fit me good, but now look at this. Just thought I'd show you that. First of all, I will show you my hauls. I'll do that for you now. So we are grocery hauling it, but before I do that, I was mentioned before about shopping with what you got first, and that's what I'm really trying to do. Focus on the fridge a little bit this week. And yes, I have a celeriac from, was due to go out of date at Christmas. Once you cut the outside off, I think it's going to be absolutely fine. So this has been the cornerstone of my meal planning this week rather than my pantry, because it needed to be used. So I will be using that this week, and my haul is actually quite small really, considering. I've got a couple of my cheeses for my snacks as always. I've got these nice sausages. I think these are real firm. I've had these before. These are really tasty. And they are, gosh, about a carb each. So they're really solid and they're good for cooking as well. So I've got those. I've got the cheap cooking bacon, all shapes and sizes. This is like £1. I'm also trying to cut back on what I'm spending this week as well, because I got some cleaning stuff this week, and this was only £1, so that is going to be part of my lunches for next week. I got 2 packs of chicken just for probably this weekend, to be honest. And moving across, I've got a Greek yogurt fayy, I think is how you pronounce it. I wasn't planning to, but I noticed it was on offer this week, so I thought, why not? I've got some leftover blackberries and my new syrups, so I thought I'd try that. I got our sour cream and my double cream for coffee. I am trying to increase the spices and things that I use, so I've got some Cajun, and again, obviously for making fajitas and Mexican Spanish food, as well as just roasting veggies. Got a pack of peppers, my 2 Sinful Dr. Peas, zeros obviously. I got a very small tin of chopped tomatoes with herbs, just for when I want to cook little bits and pieces. Tomatoes are high, so this has got 9 carbs in it, but I think having a smaller tin will help me portion control when I am cooking. I've got my almond milk just to go with my cream for my coffee. I've got a whole red cabbage that's going to be part of my meal prep this week. I've got celery. Again, I really enjoyed that last week with snacks. So, and again, I'm also going to use it as part of my meal prep. Got a bag of peanuts. I think these are not strictly keto because I think they're classed as a legume, but I like them. I've got 2 packs of beef mince. Again, this is going to be part of my meal prep to go with my celeriac. And I've got a pack of chocolate. This is 15 carbs, but it doesn't use sweeteners. So I wanted to have that rather than fake chocolate. And I cut back a little bit on my prep because I needed to spend a little on my cleaning materials this week, trying to keep my budget in check. I also ordered some frozen stir-fry veggies. Unfortunately, the lady who delivered our shopping said that she didn't get any frozen vegetables this week. There's no frozen, she forgot it off the vehicle, so I'm gonna have to go and buy some just from around the shop, because I do need that as part of my meal prep this week. So but I also bought my cleaning materials. These are quite expensive, so I cut back a little bit to accommodate them. And that's pretty much my little haul. I'll be coming back to you very shortly with my meal plans for the week, and also my meal prep as well. So I have haul number 2, because my delivery this week, they didn't deliver me my frozen, which was primarily veggies. They have refunded me, but it's really irritating. I had to go out again and get dressed. So this is my little haul. I went to Heron. I will do a trip around Heron at some point and show you the bits and bobs. But I saw these are usually like £2 each in Sainsbury's. I think there was 69p, and these like a mango lollies. They're quite small, they're for kids, so there's not extra sugars in there, but per lolly it's only 6.2. so if I've got the carbs spare, this is a nice one to have on hand. They had a deal on the grated mature, 2 for £2. We go through quite a bit of cheese, so it's nice to have there. And again, these little sachets of parmesan, intense parmesan, and it's the same amount of carbs as normal parmesan. It's only 39p, so it's good to have. I keep that in the fridge. These are the veggies that I picked up. The one I actually wanted, I couldn't get a blend with cauliflower to reduce the carbs, so I'll be using a little less than this, but I have got celery to add in, so I will use that. I've got a pack of butter. Don't go for a lot of butter actually, but it's good to have because it's so expensive now. It never used to be. These are 2 for £2 or £1.20 each, so I only got the one because the second it'd go off before I have time to use it. And I got a couple of these steam fresh bags, which I don't usually buy because I think that they're a bit wasteful and not cost effective, but they're on offer. I think they were 2 for £1. And each bag you microwave, I think, is 6.5, so it's pretty reasonable. I also grabbed this paste, which I'll just try and get rid of the last lot of paste, but this is specifically for slow cooking. And there is a recipe on there which is moderately keto friendly, apart from the I think it's suggested, that's the Penang, and then it's suggested on here this one, sweet potato. So I wouldn't mind doing a few slow cooker meals because I don't use it enough and I like being lazy. And I also grabbed this mayonnaise with a dash of olive oil, which I thought was interesting. I compared the carbs in case it was ridiculous, and it was identical to the ones with regular mayonnaise, full fat. So I grabbed that to give that a try because it's only 69p. That's my little haul for today. And going on to my meal plan for the week. God, my cats. Got egg and bacon cups for breakfast. Got Greek yogurt and fruit. Another cat about to exit. I've got bacon and cabbage fried for lunches. And for the week, I'm also making cottage pie. That's why I need the veggies. And I'm going to have that 3 portions during the week. I've got a leftover cod with a cheese sauce from about 3 weeks ago in the freezer. And this chicken thing I've got here, I've had it for about 3 months and I keep wanting to get rid of it. And I think I'm going to do roast pork with veggies on Sunday. Hopefully with some leftovers for the following. And possibly look into doing that as well. So that's my second haul and meal plan for the week. And now is my prep. I'm just going to quickly show you what I've got. First thing I'm going to cook, as I mentioned in my meal plan, is my egg cups, and it's simply a case of eggs and bacon. Keeping that real simple, just pop it in some silicone cases and put it in the oven for about 40 minutes till just keep an eye on it, see how it looks. Salt and pepper are those. Next thing cooking, again real simple, is a whole head of cabbage with a pack of bacon. I'm also going to throw in there some sausage as well, and probably a bit of onion just to give it a bit of flavour, loads of salt and pepper. That's going to be my lunches for the week. I picked a red cabbage, but I think that's going to make everything, I don't think it looks the nicest to be honest with you when you cook it that way, but it was cheapest. It's a really good budget one as well because the bacon cost me £1, the cabbage was 79p. You could keep it like that and just fry it in butter and it'd be delish. And you've got a week's worth of lunches, which is what I'm hoping to have from there. The next thing is I'm going to do a cottage pie, but I want to skip the last step up, baking it again in the oven. So I'm kind of going to call it what a restaurant would call it, which is a deconstructed cottage pie. I'm simply going to do the mince and the mash separately. My brain can work out they should be on top of each other, I think. And again, I've just got my mince from my haul, my celery, my celeriac, which is nearly 2.5 weeks out of date, but it looks fine. I'm just going to boil that up and put it all together and just have that, keep it real simple. I want to get this all done and dusted within about an hour if I can, so I'm going to preheat the oven for those eggs, start peeling and chopping and get things going. I'll show you as I'm going along what I'm doing. I'm going to program into MyFitnessPal all of my bits and pieces so I can give you the net carbs as well. And yeah, that is my plan for the next hour or so. So my egg cups are prepped. They're about to go into the oven. Just the bacon with the egg in the middle. I've put salt on there. I put some of this garlic pepper, which I bought last week and I had in my crackers. I really like this. So I'm going to put this in the oven, moderate, medium oven. I think I'll keep my eye on it. I'm guessing about 40 minutes, but I'll keep my eye on it. And it's very pleasing, not one of these broke. So that's always very satisfying. So I'm going to making the 10, 2 a day. So these are about 120 calories. The bacon is dry cured, but check your bacon because a lot of companies, particularly in the US, add sugar into the bacon. Look for one that does not add sugar. You may have to go to a traditional butcher if you've got one. I have one, but you know, I live in England. But check your sugars on the back. Or you might want to use something like Canadian bacon that's already pre-cooked, and just use that like a ham base rather than a raw bacon. So I'm going to pop these in and move on, I think, to the cabbage and bacon, more bacon. My cabbage and bacon, which is going to be my lunch. And I've just added the cabbage into the bacon and the sausage, which I've fried a little bit in 50 grams of bacon. And I'm just going to cook this down. I might put a drop of water in there to help it sort of steam a little bit to soften. This is going to be 5 portions. It's quite a big tub. And it's 7 carbs per portion and about 400 calories because I did put quite a lot of butter in there intentionally. I did trim the animal fat off, but I did put butter in there, which might sound odd. But so that's going to be my lunches for the week. I'm going to probably put that back on, give it 20 minutes with a little bit of water just to steam everything through. And then move on to the next part of my prep. And we are done. Door to door took me about an hour and a half. These are the egg cups I've got on cool, so I'm going to pour these out now and pop them in the fridge. So I made 10 of those, that's 2 a day. I've got my cabbage with the bacon and sausage. As you can see, the meat's gone purple, which is kind of psychedelic. And I've got my 4 preps. I originally thought it was going to be 3, but there was just so much. I was a bit impatient with the mashing, as you can see. If you had a hand blitzer and can be bothered, it'd look a lot smoother, but I got bored. So I think it worked out 11, 7, half. So, and then you just pop in a few snacks for the day, and depending on your goals, I mean, you can keep it under 20. I keep it under 30. So I've got a bit of wiggle room for snacks next week. You could put some Parmesan on there, loads of chili sauces if you wanted to. I think that's really nice meal prep. And that's me for the week. I will see you probably tomorrow for my weekly weigh-in and chit chat and things, and a full day of eating at some point, just to let you know how things turned out, what I enjoyed, what I didn't enjoy. And I'll see you in the week.